Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Jurassic World Evolution 3. Today I want to build a Triceratops habitat, but before we get to that, last video I was asking you guys how to make waterfalls, right? Not like small little hills waterfall, but a gigantic mountainous waterfalls, and I read your guys' comments, so we're gonna try it out. I haven't tried it out yet, so I just want to try it out with all you guys in this video. You guys tell me to raise up the slope, which is kind of odd because I thought I did that, but I guess not. I'm gonna raise up everything all to this maximum. I don't know what fall off mean. We're gonna raise that up too. We're just gonna keep raising that. Dang, so that's what it is. And for all this time I was doing the old Jurassic World Evolution 2 way. Okay, so that is funky. That is very weird. Okay, now let's play with the water now. I'm gonna go with deeper water. We're gonna raise up the slope. Oops, slope, intensity, and the radius. I'm gonna raise up everything as its max potential. And let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, so I thought I would get in one try. I guess not. Maybe I'll do a little bit, couple of tries. Okay, that is cool. I like that. I like that. But I've seen bigger. I've seen taller mountains. I have. So we're just gonna keep raising that up. I've seen waterfalls like this height, guys. I've seen it, so it has to be a thing. Okay, it's giving me small waterfalls still. I mean, it is doable. Don't get me wrong. We saw it. I could make long waterfalls. Okay, there it is. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, guys. However, I'm still not satisfied. I feel like we could go a little bit higher. There you go. Look at that. I think that's a good enough a height, right? You know what? That is a really good height. I I felt like I found the right height for a waterfall like this, and I could actually hear the waterfall roaring when it goes down to the upper level. Okay, that is impressive. Thank you guys for commenting. No, I have not seen Evolution Square video on how to make waterfalls. So yeah, I could have gone to her videos, make it easier for me, but I like to engage with you guys. You know, I like to. You guys need I need more comments on my videos. Okay, so so yeah, that's why I prefer not to watch it and just ask you guys how to do it for me, so I could get more engagement. I need more comments. I need my videos to get into the algorithm, which is why I asked the question. Okay, now here's the thing that we're gonna do. I love this waterfall, I really do, but my whole plan was to get that giant waterfall. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna destroy it, even though it grew on me. It really did. But my idea was a gigantic waterfall. So I'm gonna delete the aviary. That's what's good with having no hitboxes. Here we go. We're raising it high. I think that's way too high, don't you think? I think the perfect height would be right there. What do you guys think? And all I want is a waterfall. So let's try to do that. All right, there you go. We have ourselves a waterfall. Thank you guys again for the comments, and I do appreciate it. I felt like it's so much better. Now I'm gonna take a break on the aviary canyon really quick, and we're gonna go ahead and build the Triceratops that's gonna be all the way into the entrance here. The entrance has been very neglected, so I want to do something here before I move on, before I proceed. And I want a Triceratops. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish this side of the area. This is gonna be where the Triceratops is going to live. So here's what I'm gonna do. Oop, not the compies. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna connect it to the side. So hopefully it's connected here, just like that. Boom. And then, yeah, just have, and this is will be their indoor area. This is where the Triceratops would, hopefully, would come in here and look at the guests. If there is any guests, would see the the Triceratops. I'm also going to the same fences that the compies have. I'm pretty sure this is the one. And we're going to place it right over here. So let me see how which is a good. That looks long. I'm gonna use that. Okay, cool. So we have that, and then we're just gonna keep. This is possibly a long process, guys. So just bear with me here. I'm gonna speed it up so that way you guys will not get bored of it, honestly. Ooh, actually, I don't know if that's big enough. I mean, yeah, that looks too small. What do you guys think? Is that the right size? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Triceratops. Let me just release it here for now, and then we could just work what we have. So what we're gonna do here, first thing I'm gonna do is raise up the slopes as usual. Can I do it across the fence? Okay, so that's still, the fence is still a problem here.
Even the most casual of enthusiasts know of the Triceratops. Although primarily used for display
Yeah,
and
this is a really
establishing
big
dominance within their
environment for
herd,
them. What am I
those
thinking?
infamous horns can be deadly when necessary.
So play around with slopes. Play around. I'm going to try my best not to use too much waterfalls. Okay, I feel like I got a good amount. We don't need to keep putting more waterfalls into our parks. So we're gonna have a mountains, like a playing field here. Lovely mountain here. Let me see what kind of, oh gosh, no. Wait, what am I doing? Cliffs? Let me see what, okay, that's look good. Okay, that looks cool. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use rocks instead of fences. What do you guys like anyways? Ground fiber. It's ground fiber. It's not even, I thought they like ground leaf. Where did I got that idea? I'm not sure. Woodlands. Woodland. Actually, I'm gonna use this. They're from North America, so I think it is kind of safe to put in North America. Now, here's the problem I have here. Why can't I not have any trees? I'm gonna try to do it in intensity. Maybe that's what it is. Nope, I couldn't get any trees. Why? You know, why is that? It's kind of messed up game. Okay, put some, boom. Some here. Some Triceratops. Okay, missing ground fiber. Didn't I just give you some ground fiber? Oh, so game's on pause. Wetland. So they also need wetland too, and water. Obviously, a little water. Try not to not to get a waterfall. I'm so tempted. I love waterfalls, but we don't need waterfalls right now, right? Shallow? Should we have shallow water or? Ah, that deleted like half of my trees are gone. Have a stream here. Boom. Not too much. That's what I do not like. I don't like when they take away the trees that I added. Why can't I not add it right where the waterfall is at? Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna barricade with rocks. Been doing this since Jurassic World Evolution 2. Why stop there, right? Why stop there? Sorry for the squeaking of my chair, if you guys hear that. Okay, temperate. I really want to see how low can I have this. Because I don't want it to look like an enclosure, you know what I mean? Like I still want to make it into a like a very naturalistic environment. Oh, we could make a cave. A rock there. There. Look, they have so many different types of rocks. There you go. Can I turn this? Yes, I can. Okay, not bad. Cool. Little rock. Very temperate, very cozy. Okay, let's keep barricading this area. So, oh no, the rocks go to scenery now. It used to be on the environment, but it's now on scenery. What rocks did I use? Was it temperate or Mediterranean? It was temperate, right? Okay, we could go ahead and pick some just random. I'm trying not to make it look like a fence. So I'm gonna place some random rocks here and there. Sink some rocks down. You know, just to not look like. I need some small ones too. Just place some here. Rotate them as much as possible. Make it look like, you know, wild rocks, right? Wild rocks. There you go. That looks naturalistic, if I do say myself. And I forgot to mention as well that you could combine rocks together, so that way you don't need to put them individually. I think I did say that on my second video, but it's good to repeat just in case if anybody who stumble across this video, they'll know like you could combine rocks and then make them as one. So let's go ahead and pick. I want to pick some of the like the flattest, smallest rocks as possible. Sink that in. Boom. Okay, so that should be good enough. And then you just multi-select and then select the rocks that you just placed. Boom. Go to creative group. And then just like that, could duplicate. They're one piece. So that way you don't need to keep, you know, placing them one by one as possible. Because I know that could be time consuming and not everybody has a lot of time, you know. Okay, that looks very secure. Let me unpause it. What the heck am I doing? Let's see if he is trying to be smart and escape. And while I do that, let's release the rest of the Triceratops. I really like the music in this game. It's very uplifting. Now, if you guys been following me on TikTok or been following me on YouTube forever, I like to cover the rocks. You could do it with, you know, maybe you can. I don't know. Let me try it out. Let me see if you could cover it. You could cover it that. Yeah, you could cover with that, which is really cool. I like to cover my rocks a little bit so that it looks like a natural environment. Or this is something I prefer to do instead, because the brush could be a little bit messy. You have no control which tree that you wanted to add. I feel like using a brush is only for like small batches of forest. Ooh, put that rock back. You know, for example, like small batches of forest right here and there. or like have a barricade like this. What I do prefer is the foliage right over here. Foliage on the scenery tab. Again, I wish we have a search button, but we're gonna go to, what is it, the temperate, right? One of these trees. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place some random trees here, sink some in, boom. And then just pick that, create that in a group. Gonna duplicate that, boom. You have yourself a forest, and then you can just add forest right here, anywhere that you please. Or you can put them individually. That's what I usually do in the second game. Place them individually. So you could do that option. Right here, boom. But you see how easy and quick. You don't need to spend hours and hours in playing or making a habitat build. It's quick, easy. It's just trees anyway, so it doesn't have to be, organized. Trees are supposed to be random. Okay, now we have our Triceratops. I'm hoping it's big enough for them. We're gonna add a nesting thing. Where's the nesting thing? Where is it at? Right here. Assuming they're medium size. You could custom it, which is really cool. Put it right here. Better work. I made this cave. All right, where does it? Is it that way? I'm hoping it is. So there you go. We have the cave for them. So the babies, they look happy. They're missing ground fiber. Doesn't matter. We could just add some ground fiber right here. Have they escaped? Nope. They're still good.
There are
Actually,
moments when working with dinosaurs that
oh,
just,
that was
well,
so quick.
leave you in awe. Finding eggs in a nest is one such moment.
Maybe add a little. Let's change the color of the rocks. So it seems like it's secure. They're not trying to escape, but then again, like even in the second game, they couldn't even walk past the rocks, which a lot of people have a problem with that. I didn't. I didn't have a problem. Do you realize how much that rocks really saved me during chaos theory mode or campaign mode? Dinosaurs cannot escape no matter how stressed they are. It's just wonderful. Like, I have the best playthrough in my life. Like, it's just nothing happened. You can have the biggest storms ever. It ain't gonna penetrate a rock. Now I wish they do have some like enrichment toys for them to play. I'm pretty sure they do. There's so much items here in this game that I have not even explored. I'm pretty sure you could build your own like tire swing. That will be so much fun. I know there's probably on the workshop. Of course, we need a log. Logs are fun. Gonna have a log here. Right in the water. This is kind of like stops the Triceratops to go any further. Actually, let me do one better. Let me sink these rocks a little bit because it still looks like a barricade, and that's a no-no for me. I don't want them to think that they're enclosed. We gotta trick them to thinking that they're in a wild environment. So let me see if I could sink that in. Building this a lot in Jurassic World Evolution 2, where at the beginning I'll make it so like not look like a barrier. It looks so realistic. But the more I play, the more I'm making the rocks feel like barriers and it doesn't look like a natural environment anymore. So I'm gonna try to keep that in mind. Like, this right here, honestly, is the most fun part of the whole game. Not gonna lie to you. It looks very tedious, possibly redundant at sometimes, but the way you just place some of these foliage, the sound effects, is just so satisfying and quite as well being like a stress reliever at most parts, you know. Life is about to find its way. Can we see them? Oh my goodness, they're so adorable. Hello, Babas. Welcome. Hello. All right. Now we're gonna delete the nest. We don't need more babies. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, and you guys also told me this is like a couple episodes back. Settings that you could turn off comfort, which I did. I did do that. I always do that. See, comfort is off. You still have the annoying, they still need missing ground fiber. In the last game, Jurassic World Evolution 2, when you turn off comfort, everything is all 100%. That's what I was looking for. Nothing's missing. There's no red banner that says, like, hey, you need to add this. Everything is all 100%, all good, and that's what I wanted. Look at them chilling, relaxing. Look at the male being the alpha, I suppose. Just to its own location. Look how easy and simple. Didn't really overthink too much. I felt like this game is just everything, casual players could get a hold of it. Like, even making waterfalls is so easy. So yeah, I think that's it. That is the video. Pretty happy about it. Pretty happy. And then yeah, future video, I don't know yet. It could be anything, but hopefully you guys do enjoy this little build, and I'll see you guys in the next Jurassic World Evolution 3 video.